panel session and, of course, the close of the conference. Professor Damilola Olawi extends his apologies for not being present in this session. He had to quickly catch a flight. So thank you so much, Professor Montoya. Thank you so much, Professor Gonzalez, for taking your time to provide wonderful insights and address and attend this conference. Thank you so much. There's a comment in the chat that says that Professor is directed towards Professor Gonzalez. It says, I think Mexico and Nigeria share things in common in terms of natural resources. So there's absolute need for studies on energy and environmental nexus in Nigeria in order to properly use those resources in a responsible way to ensure sustainability and address climate-related issues. Thank you so much for your wonderful insight. So to bring the conference to a close, I would like to thank everyone, so distinguished guests and panelists and attendees, as we come to the conclusion of today's International Conference on Environmental Law, Governance and Sustainable Development, and the book launch of the AAG launch, African edition. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has contributed immensely to the success of this event. Special thanks to the Green Institute for hosting this event. And through our discussion on sovereignty, on security, justice, and sustainability in the context of clean energy transition, we've explored critical challenges and opportunities at the intersection of natural resource governance and global climate goals. So the insights shared today will undoubtedly inspire further action, collaboration, and innovation in our collective pursuit of sustainable development. Specifically, I would like to thank the editors of the book, Professor Damilola Olawi, Professor Jose Yuan Gonzalez, Professor Harry Onstead, Professor Mimpin Fernando Mutaya, and Professor Catherine Barnett. A special thanks to all our moderators, Professor Damilola Olawi, Professor Walter Nosh, all panelists that have been in this session and contributors, including the authors and everyone that has contributed to the success of the net zero and natural resource law, sovereignty, security, solidarity dimension of the climate energy transition book, for the groundbreaking work and for enriching this conference with expertise. This book has taken place has the North American edition. This is the African edition. Please stay tuned for more editions of this book launch. And finally, I would like to encourage all of us to carry forward the lessons learned and the connections made here today. So please feel free to put your LinkedIn pages or emails if you would like to connect or collaborate. Please feel free to do that in the chat. So I hope that the connections made here today, as we continue to work towards a just and sustainable future, would become very fruitful. Thank you once again for your participation, and I look forward to seeing the impact of our shared commitment in the upcoming days. And lastly, let's remain united in our efforts to advance environmental governance for sustainable development. Thank you so much. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening for wherever you're joining us in our language. And on this note, I say thank you and bye-bye. And as I say in my language, Odavo.